Today's news and headlines, Saturday, January the 10th, 2009. In headlines today, revealed China pressured Rudd to reject Bush's terror suspect request. UN rights chief speaks of war crimes in Gaza. Gangland murderer Carl Williams out over Christmas. Driver with 37 guns, ammo, arrested at LA airport. Man rips out own eye and eats it. Tip-off leads police to a big marijuana bust. Is Tintin gay? Cartoon birthday boy dogged by rumors. The Rudd government has rejected a formal request from the Bush administration to resettle a group of Chinese detained in Guantanamo Bay military prison to Australia. China's involvement in domestic politics must be of concern to some who care about democratic process. The UN Human Rights Chief warned a special session of the Human Rights Council on Friday that human rights violations in Gaza and some reported incidents there might warrant prosecutions for war crimes. I wonder if they're considering the last 8 years of rocket attacks, which was a legacy of William Clinton's intervention. Gangland killer Carl Williams and his father, George, were allegedly secretly taken from jail for 8 days to be quizzed about current serving corrupt police. And it's no longer secret. A motorist with 30 handguns, 7 rifles, and fully loaded ammunition magazines in his pickup truck has been arrested at Los Angeles International Airport. Hot date? Party? Struggling actor? Looking for Obama? Take your pick as to the reason. A Texas death row inmate with a history of mental problems pulled out his only good eye and told authorities he ate it. I bet they didn't see that coming. A tip-off has led to the arrest of a Melbourne man following the discovery of a $100,000 marijuana crop. One can only imagine how the detectives got this tip-off. As Belgian comic book icon Tintin celebrates his 80th birthday, an age-old question has resurfaced. Is the boy reporter gay? One British commentator says the signs are unmistakable. Billions of blue, blistering barnacles. Isn't it staring us in the face? Wrote the Times journalist Matthew Paris under the headline "Of course Tintin's gay, ask Snowy," ahead of Saturday's anniversary. What debate can there be when the evidence is so overwhelmingly one way? A callow, androgynous, blonde-quiffed youth in funny trousers and a scarf moving into the country mansion of his best friend, a middle-aged sailor, he wrote. Tintin, the creation of Belgian Georges Remy, whose pen named Herge comes from his initials, inverted and pronounced in French, first appeared in 1929 along with his faithful companion Captain Haddock and trusty dog Snowy. Translated into 60 languages, the cartoon books still sell upwards of 2 million copies per year. Paris, a former British MP who is openly gay, said Tintin's sexuality was obvious to anyone who read the cartoons closely. You know, I feel much the same way for the straight readers of such articles. What should win the prize for the most misleading headline of the year, possibly the decade? Historic birth of cancer-immune baby, from news.com.au. A mother who is the first woman in Britain to have a baby selected free of a gene which causes breast cancer has given birth successfully, doctors say. The mother and her little girl are doing very well, said the University College London UCL today. The baby grew from an embryo screened to ensure it did not contain the faulty BRCA1 gene. The baby's 27-year-old mother, who wants to remain anonymous, decided to take the step because of several of her husband's close female relatives suffered from breast cancer. Any daughter born with the BRCA1 has an 80% risk of developing breast cancer and a 60% chance of developing ovarian cancer, as well as a 50% risk of passing on the anomaly to their own children. Doctors said the parents were relieved to have a guarantee that the faulty gene would not be passed to their daughter. This little girl will not face the specter of developing this genetic form of breast cancer or ovarian cancer in her adult life, said Paul Serhal, head of the Assisted Conception Unit at UCL Hospital. Of course, that article does not say that the baby is cancer immune. Kittens of the Sea by Tim Blair. So long as the sea kittens are dolphin safe, what's the problem? Radical international animal rights group PETA has launched its most bizarre campaign yet, demanding fish be renamed sea kittens. PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, believes calling fish sea kittens will make seafood less appealing. Peace lovers love hate. Tim Blair. The Denver Post's David Harsanyi. In our nation, even twisted extremists are welcome to express their opinions. Take, for instance, the young Muslim woman in Florida who used her constitutional right to tell Jews to go back to the oven last week, or the more befuddled protesters in New York who brandished a sign that read, "Death to all Jews." And I thought we Jews ran the country. Clearly someone is sleeping on the job. These rare but revolting displays of hate do offer the Jews a valuable reminder that a secure Jewish state in Israel is a historic imperative. Nevertheless, it is distressing to hear the large number of supposedly peace-loving critics of Israel, in essence, defend Hamas, one of the most virulently unintellectual, liberal, bellicose, misogynistic, hateful, and violent brands of religious fanaticism on earth. McIntyre Bogan report by Tim Blair. Sky TV newsreader Tracy Spicer, an excellent addition to the Daily Telegraph's opinion roster, defends Bogans following a Bogan ban by the Queensland Logan Council. The council has lined up local celebs like pop star Darren Hayes and Olympian Stephen Bradbury to star in a $300,000 advertising blitz. But the mayor doesn't want to include supermodels Catherine McNeil, who once called herself the Bogan from Logan. Makes sense. Can't have someone like McNeil dragging down the local image. Homesick Goat by Tim Blair. In the tunnels below Gaza, the defensive tunnels, new alliances are formed.